Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die. They stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for support if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Newsroom. I'm Chella Smith. This is your Middle East U.S. entertainment news here on YouTube. I air on Fridays. I bring you the latest on reforms and economics of Iraq based on reports put out by the Middle East news media outlets. I do this weekly review and it's based off my interests. Thank you everyone for joining me. Last week we talked about gold, exchange rates of the 132 and why not 322. We had some interesting comments. Thank you. Innovation, communication, and digital transfers. Let's take a look at this week's headlines. The Sudanese advisor highlights the advantages of Iraq's membership in the European Bank. Iraq's Prime Minister Mauser Mohammed Chella has highlighted the benefits of Iraq joining the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development. Chella emphasizes the positive relationship between Iraq's development strategy and its membership into the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development. He highlighted the benefits of obtaining European technology and ensuring UAE's companies' involvement in infrastructure projects, industrial productivity, and logistical services. Chella also highlights the potential for easy financing, technical assistance, and support from Europe in Iraq's various sectors. Chella emphasizes the Iraq's ascension into European Bank represents a strategic approach to economic development, aligning with government programs and national development plans for 2024 through 2028. He emphasizes the need for long-term international cooperation in reconstruction and development. And there was a decline of the dollar that signified the strength of the dollar and tangible success of economic policy, according to the Prime Minister's advisor. Iraqi Prime Minister's advisor, Mauser Mohammed Chella, has confirmed the strength of the Iraqi dinar after a decline in the exchange rate. Chella attributed the strength of the dinar to the cohesion of the country's economic policy, which provided a stable climate of price and containing seasonal price fluctuation for high demand materials, particularly basic food commodities. He highlighted the importance of custom measures such as reducing tariffs and diversifying imports as part of fiscal policy and attributing price stability and ensuring the supply of materials, food, and necessary goods as an official exchange rate in line with the national economy requirements. The oil ministry has revealed a study on critical budget amendments aimed at resuming the region's export. Turkey's Minister of Oil, Hayan Abdulghani, has proposed an amendment to the country's budget to allow it to pay salaries for international oil companies operating in the Kurdistan region. This could enable producers to resume productions of exports through the Turkish ports of Sian. The closure of the pipeline in March 2023 caused billions of dollars in revenue loss for the governments and companies. The main obstacle to resuming Kurdistan inflows is the high cost of oil productions in the regions, estimated at 21 per barrel in Kurdistan. The Ministry of Oil aims to review and amend contracts between the KRG and international companies. The pipeline was shut down after International Arbitration Court ordered to pay 1.5 in damages to Iraq. Chella Nouri, former head of the Financial Supervision Bureau, has highlighted the international credit rating agency fit the report on Iraqi trade bank evaluation. The report highlights the bank's non-recoverable debts, including those to the Kurdistan Regional Government and loans granted to Iraqi companies supported by politicians. Nouri warns that the bank's ability to continue to operate is at a risk due to these non-refundable loans and government's interference in management decisions. He also criticizes the bank's administration's weaknesses and credibility of its annual financial statements. The report also highlights the potential consequences of international foreign bank reluctance to deal with the bank as a correspondent bank for government revenues. Iraq's financial advisor Mauser Mohammed Chella has set a date for the country to transition from the government's cash dealing to 100% electronic collection. Chella stated that the transition began at the beginning of this year and that it will take time to revenue institutions to adopt to the electronic payment. He expects that the government's collections rate to become 100% electronic by mid-year, with the Ministry of Electricity and gas stations starting the process. Chella also highlighted by mid-year, no government institution will receive final cash, leading to legal adoption of electronic payment receipts with the financial management law and accounting system law. He emphasizes the year 2024 will be the year of electronic payment in Iraq. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and press those notification bells. And don't forget to hit the like button. The Prime Minister has stated that there is an urgent need for new hotels in Baghdad. Minister Mohammed Al-Sudani visited Rixos and Minabik hotel projects in Baghdad, highlighting the urgent need for large hotels due to the city's tourist activity, official delegations, and hosting of conferences. He noted that the hotel's occupancy rate has currently at 100%, and Iraq's upcoming hosting of the important events and conferences necessary for further efforts to complete these and other large hotels in Baghdad. Al-Sudani visited underscores the urgent need for large hotels in cities like Baghdad. Job opportunity could fill these hotels from the memorandum signed. A place to stay will be highly important, along with visitors as a result to tourism. And the U.S. Embassy in Iraq has expressed concerns over the Kurdistan Democratic Party's decision to boycott the upcoming Kurdistan regional parliamentary elections. The party has announced a boycott of the parliamentary elections, which are scheduled for June. The U.S. Embassy has urged the urgent need for the Iraqi government and the Kurdistan regional government to ensure the elections are free, fair, transparent, and credible. Ambassador Elena Romanovsky emphasizes that all citizens of the Kurdistan regional should have a voice in determining their future. The U.S. Embassy urges the Iraqi government and the Kurdistan regional government to ensure these elections are free, fair, transparent, and credible. And according to reports, Iraqi citizens are hesitant to deposit their money into local banks due to the fear of losing it, due to American sanctions imposed on banks operating within the country. The country has 78 banks, including 7 government banks, 28 private Islamic banks, 25 commercial banks, 16 foreign commercial banks, and 2 Islamic regular banks. Economic expert Omar Al-Habbalsi attributes the reluctance to factors such as citizens' lack of confidence in Iraqi banking sector, the Central Bank of Iraq's weakness in controlling banks, and ownership of private banks by individuals accused of corruption or external parties. The U.S. Treasury Department has imposed sanctions on 32 private banks out of 72 banks, focusing on financial crimes such as money laundering, financing terrorism, circumventing sanctions, smuggling the dollar, and using forged commercial invoices. Al-Habbalsi believes that the Central Bank of Iraq overlooked these issues, leading to increased sanctions on banks and companies that constitute fronts for parties. The Iraqi banking system is facing challenges due to the lack of citizens' confidence and financial inclusion. Factors affecting citizens' cash deposits in banks, including the lack of governance, deterrent, oversight against legal violations, and interest rates related to loans. Additionally, there is a delay in modern technology activities and the failure to implement electronic payment correctly. Citizens prefer to save and store their money at home rather than the deposited in banks, as most banks are unreliable and belong to influential parties, making them vulnerable to bankruptcy. Government banks do not provide official or facilities for citizens to push their desires into deposit. Cash deposits can be made into dollars or Iraqi dinars, and sometimes there is a delay in returning the funds. Banks are punished and their license are withdrawn if they hesitate or do not pay the obligations to the citizens. During the 2014 ISIS entry, banks with high liquidity and high cash masses have not faced problems. The Central Bank of Iraq has implemented a special law on money laundering and terrorist financing number 39 of 2015, requiring banks to adhere to global compliance standards. However, many banks have not complied with these standards, and American size have not convinced them that the money is trading financing. The Central Bank of Iraq has asked banks to seek assistance from experienced international companies to audit their work and programs, but the Iraqi banks are small and have to obtain classification from international classification companies. U.S. sanctions have affected 28 Iraqi banks, starting with 4 banks in November of 2022 and increasing to 14 in May 2023. The number of banks subjected to sanctions has increased to 28 since February. The real question here is the United States going to give Iraq back their sovereignty after all these years? And is Iraq ready to join the rest of the countries on an international stage? You've been watching Newsroom Weekly Review. I'm Chella Smith with your Middle East U.S. entertainment news on reforms and economics of Iraq. I bring you the latest Dinar news without having to keep up with all the different outlets. I'm here on YouTube every Friday, so don't forget to subscribe and turn those notification bells on. If you like my content, you can give me a thumbs up. If you really like my content, you can always seed a super chat or a super thanks in the comment section below. Again, thank you for being a subscriber, and thank you for visiting Newsroom Chella Smith for your trusted Dinar news. I'll see you guys next week. Have a fabulous weekend. Take care. Make sure you join us Fridays, 4 p.m. with Newsroom Updates with Chella Smith Entertainment News.